So we drove up to Lizard Head Wilderness in San Juan National Forest, hiking in on Navajo Lake Trail up to Navajo Lake, 4.5 miles. It is Thursday, July 11th, just after 5 o'clock in the evening. So we're going to see if we can make it to Navajo Lake this evening and set up camp. And then depending on what the weather is like and snow conditions are like, we're going to try and summit Diente Peak or Mount Wilson, or do both. It's a lot of what ifs up in the air right now, so the only way we can know is once we get up there and see what conditions are like. But anyways, beautiful scenery here. Just started. Right at 9,100 feet of elevation. And we should be hiking a majority of this trail along the West Dolores River, which will be nice as far as water supply is concerned. River's right down there. Alright, so I apologize if the angle is horrible and I'm in the sun, but we're making our way down to West Dolores River right now. Let's show you what it looks like. First little bit of elevation gain in the trail. Jeremy up there. Came up to this meadow here. What a view. Nice and green. These are kind of cool. Huge leaves on these. Views just keep getting better and better. I believe that is Diente off in the distance. Get a little closer look. Yes. Pretty sure that's Diente. Gorgeous weather. Low 70s. Slightly humid, but not bad. Nice little breeze to keep you cool. Partly cloudy skies. Nice little overcast directly to the south of us. Jeremy just spotted a bear. That's pretty cool. Sorry if you can't see it. The light's making it kind of hard for me to see the screen as well. Let's see if we can't keep going along the trail here and give you a better shot. So I'll keep rolling for right now. And we just came up this little hill and there you go. Bear. So is right over here. I keep going a little bit before I zoom in. Let's see. So he's on the other side of this little knoll here. I'm just gonna keep rolling. Okay, I got him now. Alright, see if I can get you a better look. See him moving in there. Pretty awesome. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see that. Alright. No more sightings of the bear, sadly. Did run into a trail runner, said he's seen a couple of bears for the past 2 days, so it's interesting. There aren't many bear sightings in this area. At least I don't believe there are. Super green, everything. Looking back to the south, clouds don't look too ominous. I'll keep an eye on them though. Out of the meadows now and into what looks like prime bear country, but I thought this was pretty cool. A giant uprooted tree. We're just under 3 miles in, 6:40, so we're definitely taking our time. Nice and easy pace. Been hiking in this heavily wooded area for 30 minutes now. Still good weather out. Perfect weather, actually. Here's a cool shot. Got that red. Alright, we're definitely starting to climb a little bit more now. We're about 3.5 miles, showing 10,500 on my altimeter. So I think the worst is yet to come, but should be the steepest part here in the next half mile or so. And then we'll start dropping down into Navajo Basin. I think we top out at 11.4. Navajo Lake is 11.1 or 11.2. It looks like the trail goes up there. Right up there. So, just gorgeous up here. Nice 360 view. There's that red again. Awesome. It's official. The switchbacks have begun. Slowly starting to remember that great feeling of your legs burning as you're going up. This is mine and Jeremy's first time out this year, so everything was kind of thrown together at the last minute, but fortunate that we were both able to get out here, so very grateful. One thing is for certain on the hike up to Navajo Lake is there's an abundance of water. So several stream crossings along the way. So one less thing to really worry about. There's plenty of water. Trail has been great too. Pretty gradual incline up until this point, and even then it's not that bad. Just under 4 miles. I cannot get over how cool that red color looks. So this is kind of cool. We're not very far from Navajo Lake, but this looks like avalanche came through here. See the way these trees are bent over and broken off, uprooted. Wow, look at that. Yeah, for sure. Down in there. Came right down through here. Alright, everyone, it looks like we have reached Navajo Lake. Oh, awesome. Look at that. Sorry about the focus. There we go. Much better. Awesome. So yeah, just slightly over 4.5 miles. I'm showing 11,021 feet. It's 10 to 8 o'clock, so nice leisurely pace on the way up here. I'm trying to look for a camp spot now. Camp for the night. We're about 75-100 yards south of Navajo Lake, and it is 8:45 right now, so got camp all set up. Went and got water for the morning. Just making final gear preparations for the morning. Don't really have an idea of when we're gonna leave. I'm guessing around 5 or so. Just kind of play it by ear. Weather still looks pretty good. We had some clouds that moved in, but nothing that looks like it'll give us any precipitation, so beautiful night. There's the moon. Over here you see Jeremy doing his thing. So good morning. It's just after 5 o'clock. We got up at 4:15 this morning. Started packing up a few things. We're waiting for one of Jeremy's buddies to get in. He's hiking in from the trailhead this morning, and then we'll start making our ascent up towards whichever peak we're going to try and summit today. But not a bad night. Very mild temperatures, high 40s maybe right now, so not very cold at all. So yeah, we'll be giving you a view when the sun comes up over Navajo Lake. So we departed around 6:30 this morning, made our way around Navajo Lake, and as you can see, we're climbing up this little scree field here to get back on the trail. This is the upper end of Navajo Basin, and let's see, trail goes right along up in here to that bench. So here's El Diente. A little higher look of where we came from. Just making our way up. Get a good glimpse of Gladstone as we come around the corner here. And the sun. Awesome scenery. Pretty awesome because right now we are walking right above flowing water. Water break, got rehydrated. Now we're just traversing the snowfield. We found where we need to start as far as the couloir goes, and I'll show you here. So that's what we're going straight up, and then once we hit that head wall where the snow ends, we'll start traversing over, and that center frame is El Diente Peak. So let's see how far we make it. Should be fun. We're gonna get crampons, helmet, and ice axe going on here shortly. So yeah, should be fun. We're came just over 2 miles from where we camped at Navajo Lake, and we're right at 12,000 feet. So definitely some elevation to gain. But weather's looking good so far. Clear skies, very light winds. Our descent up the north slope of El Diente, and straight ahead in the middle, you'll see the couloir that we have to go up. Yeah, I can definitely feel it now. We'll have 2,000 feet of elevation gain left in a mile. So frequent breaks to recover. But looks pretty intimidating. Just take it one step at a time. Slowly making our way up. Looks much steeper than it does on camera. Snow is a little slushy, so having a hard time finding traction. Good traction anyways. Yeah. So we're about halfway up. We're now on our hands and knees. Very steep. So we've been using our ice axe to dig in, and then from pointing with our crampons. So you see Jeremy up there. Yeah, pretty tough. Almost there. It is steep. That's where we're going. Almost out. I'm so close to being out of the couloir. Pretty impressive up here. Almost. Alright. I made it to the ridgeline. Still gotta go over there. I'll show you where Jeremy is at. Down there. Whew. Check out this view. That's Wilson Peak. Or excuse me, Mount Wilson. Coming down. That's Gladstone. And across, that is Wilson Peak. There's the basin where I came up from this morning. Oh yeah. What a workout. One step forward, 2 steps backward. Sorry it took so long to get back to you guys as far as video footage is concerned. Once we gained the ridgeline for El Diente, after getting out of the couloir, we went around to the south side of the ridge and tried to, or make an attempt at least, to get to the summit, but noticed a couple of things. One, we weren't expecting the couloir to be as bad as it was in terms of snow conditions. Snow was just super wet, slick, and every step you take forward, you end up taking 2 or 3 backwards. And then once we were up on the ridgeline on the south, there were several times where we were having to either down climb because of the gullies that you normally go up were filled with snow, or we were having to put our crampons back on again. All at the same time, thunderstorms start moving in. So fortunately, Jeremy and I both made the decision to go ahead and bail, and our backup plan was going to be to come down the south slopes of El Diente, because there's no way we were going back down the north slopes which we came up. They were just way too steep. So that's what we did, and trying to find the proper trail to get down the south slope was an adventure in itself. Meanwhile, we have lightning and thunderstorms all around us, so eventually we got down. So we're basically on the south side of El Diente now. Our camp is on the other side. We're hiking down into this little basin right here, and we're going to try and catch the Kilpacker Trail back over to Navajo Lake Trail and then back to our camp. So essentially what we did is we just made a huge loop around the mountain we just tried to climb. So when we get down, I'll try and give you a better vantage point of the south side where we came down. But super tough, tons of snowfields along the way, post-holing up to your crotch. So definitely need ice axe and crampons, and even then those were ineffective at times. But the weather is holding out right now, even though it's pretty cloudy. Yeah, we're just trying to make it down. It's 3:05 right now, and another thing when we decided to bail too was we looked at the time and it was already noon, and we had started at 6:30 this morning, so probably just a smarter decision to go ahead and call it quits and write this one off. So yeah, it's 3 o'clock now, and our mileage is, let's see, we started at just over 4.5 this morning, and we're now at 12 3/4. So almost 8 miles today. We'll see what our total is once we get back to camp. But yeah, so that's been our day. Interesting. Many lessons learned. That was good for us. I think we were very cautious and we made the right decisions. I don't regret or have any disappointment about doing it at all. It was still a very neat experience, awesome, but pucker factor was definitely elevated on this one. So I'm glad we're at least getting back down to a little safer ground, more stable ground. Try and make it back to camp, pack up, and head on out. Talk to you guys in a few. Much better vantage point. On top you see there the sunfield, so we had to come down the south slopes into a basin, which I believe is Kilpacker Basin, across tons of snowfields. Make our way all the way down to where we are now. Pretty cool waterfalls. Snow melt. Nice little river crossing. Hi guys. Just a trip report. I'm still hiking. It is 7:30 in the evening. We made it back down Kilpacker Basin, and I'm not staying for the night. So Jeremy is going to stay for the night. I decided to go back to where we camped, which was once we got to the end, or near the end of Kilpacker Trail, another 3.5 miles over to Navajo Lake. So I got there to Navajo Lake around shortly after 6, packed up camp. Now I'm headed back out to the trailhead. Over 16 miles today so far. I got about another 2.5 miles to the trailhead. I just want to try and get out of here before dark. Not that I mind hiking in the dark, but I just want to get situated at the vehicle, and then the road to get in here, windy, narrow dirt road with some steep drop-off, so just kind of want to have a little bit of light left as I'm going out. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Very tired. Long day, but beautiful scenery, and I don't regret it. Finally, 100 yards from the trailhead. It's 8:15 and over 18 miles total today. Great trip though. A lot of times things that happen today can be disheartening for most, but the important thing to remember is that you're out here in nature, hopefully enjoying it, and you kind of see what you're capable of. And you never really know until you get out here and do it. When you told me today I was going to be doing 18 miles over 10,000 feet of elevation, or all over 10,000 feet, I would have said you're lying. But, you know, get a better sense of who you are as a person, what kind of character you have, and the mental and physical capabilities that you have. So, and you learn from it too, so it's all worth it.
Was there something in the water, a song that's in the air, calling all the sons and daughters from here to everywhere? It echoes like a melody that you always know, like going home. So here we go, seeing omens in the sky. I'm hearing ghosts telling me to read the signs. And maybe life's a dream and I'm asleep, but I don't know. So here we go, here we go. There's a rattle in the attic and a buzzing in my bones. There's a message in the static, ringing like a megaphone. We're not alone. So here we go, I'm seeing omens in the sky. I'm hearing ghosts telling me to read the signs. And maybe life's a dream and I'm asleep, but I don't know. So here we go, here we go. try to tell you what I found. And if it's hard to hear me, lay your head against the ground. Here we go, seeing omens in the sky. I'm